Welcome back to Fitness Manifesto. I am one of your hosts, Kim, and joining me is
Justin. Welcome to this new show that we've started, which focuses on life, awesomeness, friendship, and fitness as a whole. How lazy are you? I do have to ask that. That seems, I mean, first of all, Mom, I'm just glad you're wearing something, so congratulations.
How do you know? You can't see. Maybe I'm not.
Oh.
You only got
You just left that to the imagination.
I did.
It's okay. We can throw that chair out.
That is not your chair.
I stopped him. He was speechless for a minute.
Yes, he was. I love that. Good job, Mom. Good job.
I do think it's very funny that as a society, you have to have a pee hole now. Like you've gotten so lazy, you can't even peel, roll, whatever the right terminology is to go to the bathroom. You have to cut a hole. Like that just says a lot about you as a person, I think.
Or the people who they're trying to market to, though. I mean, you got to think about that. Who are they marketing to? Who are they pushing this to? They're making it more convenient for people.
Well, yeah, they're making it, and they're primarily, I think, marketed at my age. But for God's sakes, ladies, if you are too old to roll down your
I don't know.
then don't wear them.
I agree. And honestly, if I had to pee that bad and tried to use that, I'd be walking out of there with nothing.
Yeah, just throw it away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hang on. This could be the slogan for a good date night with,
I don't know.
Like wear them in, take them off,
Or no, wear them in and don't come out with them.
Yeah. You go in, you come out without. Yes.
I don't consider
Stay awesome.
the sexy thing.
Oh my gosh, no.
I think if you admitted to wearing,
Stay awesome.
your date would just hightail it out of there.
You're trying to smooth it all out.
Yeah.
And once you
Release the Kraken.
Yes. I know. I put them on and I walked out in front of Ted. I'm like, how do these look? How you doing, baby? And I joked. And
Did he pass his divorce papers? Like, okay, this is...
No. He really kind of laughed at me.
Which I think anybody would do if you're wearing.
Stay awesome.
They would laugh at you. Yes.
We have a relative of ours. I won't name her name, but she went.
That's okay because it'd be bleeped out anyway.
Oh, we can. I forgot about that. Blake, you can bleep this out. I love it. So
I don't know.
One time told Kelly, she goes, I only wear.
Absolutely.
But sometimes, when I take them off, it kind of feels like they go boom. And Kelly goes. She goes, do you ever get that? And she goes, I don't own.
Absolutely.
Like, she's like, and not like bragging. She's like, I've never tried them on. Like, I've just never worn them. And she's like, what? And
I don't know.
Just shut up after that. She was like, I just gave her that, like, I hate you look. Like,
I have only worn them once. I didn't even know what
Stay awesome
was until my brother was getting married and the dress was kind of form fitting. And I put it on and my mom goes, you should get like some
Stay awesome
just to
smooth it out.
Yeah, smooth it out. And I'm like, ew, for one. And then I tried them on and I was like, and I could not wait to get them off at the end of the night. And trust me, I had to when I had to go to the bathroom, I had to give myself time because if I really had to go, they wouldn't have been coming back out with me.
Now I know where I get some of my sarcasm from. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm. All from me. You certainly don't get it from your father.
No, I just get my sweetness and light from my father. Yes.
Yeah.
Your what?
Sweetness and light.
See, I'm in the dark on that. I don't know anything about that side.
Oh, well, let me give you a hint. His father named his because his father thinks he's practically perfect, but he himself is practically perfect.
So,
seeing him years ago after he got it, which is, already, I was so embarrassed by this. So I changed the name to douchebag. And he never got it. It was like 4 months later. He calls me and he's like, I'm trying to show this car to some people, but it's flashing douchebag's car on all the screens. He's like, did you do this? I'm like, no, it's probably Steve. He's like, I don't think Steve would do this. I'm like, it wasn't me, Dad. And so he hangs up the phone, and we were on speakerphone in my car, and Kelly goes, you did that, didn't you? I'm like, yes, I did. And for those that don't know, has the setting in it where it plays Beethoven's Fifth. It kind of dances to it. So the doors go up automatically. It does this whole dance, but the screens flash the name of it. So it went on for 4 or 5 minutes. Everyone's saying, douchebag. God, why would you name your car douchebag? He's like, ah!
Oh.
I thought that was much more fitting.
Yes, it does. It is much more fitting.
So, Mom, you love
I will just agree with you guys because I got nothing more to go with.
That's right. We got to change the subject here.
It'll go downhill quick.
Yeah, it will go downhill real quick.
I don't know. We're at douchebag, so I mean, it could definitely go worse.
Yeah.
I use it as a term of endearment, though. Okay, not at all, but I tried.
All right, you were going to say
something. If the shoe fits, I mean.
Absolutely. So, Mom, you were saying you love to travel too. But when you take trips, tell us kind of what you do when you travel, because it's not like the typical where you sit down and you kind of sit in a bus all day. You like to do other things. So tell us kind of when you talk about adventures, what's a good adventure for you?
Traveling with you is a good adventure because you won't let me sit down. Go get up in the morning. Let's take a hike. I'm like, can we just sit here on the patio and have a cup of coffee? It's like, no, here we go.
We don't.
You are a busybody, Justin.
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
But I mean, it's once he gets you up and moving, you're glad he did, because that's what you need to do.
I just have to say, we have talked about in one of our previous episodes a little bit about your traveling. Mm-hmm. And when you said you don't sit down very often, I kind of beg to disagree based off of a story that Justin has told us about. You did a lot of sitting down on an airplane with tea and
the tea, yes.
And in the bathroom. And I mean, that took place.
Yes. I'm really hoping that we can avoid this. But you do. Even on that airplane, I get up and walk up and down because you got to keep moving.
You have to, because I mean, especially flying anywhere abroad, sitting like that, you go stir crazy. Yeah. Like your legs will start cramping because there's not a lot of room.
No, and then you get old, and then you get blood clots, and then you. It's like
that took a turn.
Again, it's why I exercise. I don't particularly like exercising, but if I don't, then I have to.
You don't?
No, I said if I didn't exercise, I would have to live with the consequences of that, and I don't want.
Do you enjoy exercising now?
I enjoy it once I start, but I have to force myself. That's one of the reasons I work with a trainer 2 days a week, because she makes me work, and if I go into a gym by myself, I'm like, I'll watch the TV and, maybe do one sit up or something. And she makes me work really hard.
So then when you guys were growing up, were you active when Justin was growing up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did a lot of hiking on the weekends and stuff. He hated it. He thought it was the most boring thing in the world. Oh my God, am I taking another hike?
Oh, I hated it. And I love hiking. Like, it's one of my favorite things on earth to do. And I get triple punishment because I've got 3 kids and none of them ever go, Dad, let's go hiking. I'll be like, hey, let's go to the swamp. They're like, oh, they'll fake sick. They'll cry. They'll whine. So yes, I've gotten it 3 times.
Karma.
Yes. So you're saying Justin's always been a peach since he's been little.
I can remember him standing at a trailhead sobbing because he didn't want to go on a hike. Just standing there.
Justin, you're such a diva.
Well, I can't believe my hair didn't give it away. Of course.
Now,
Mom, I do want you to tell the story. Speaking of just this fun stuff here, because I know Kim will die at this one. I've always been like to eat healthy, and it's kind of always annoyed my mom from the standpoint that she doesn't really like what I eat. So one day I tried to convince her when she was out visiting. I think it was actually the same time as the wine visit. I made her.
Go ahead, say it.
Carrot pancakes that I thought, and I still to this day think are the best pancakes I've ever had. And what did Mom?
First of all, he didn't say they were carrot pancakes. He said they were healthy. So I thought, whole grain pancakes, some fruit. I took one bite and spit it across the room.
You didn't even give her a heads up?
No.
So offended.
What a jerk.
He was like, how do you ruin a pancake? A pancake is supposed to be a delicious item. You have ruined pancakes.
Did you put syrup on it?
It didn't help. No.
Ew.
It was.
If he handed you syrup, it was probably some weird healthy syrup, sugar-free.
It is 100% maple syrup.
No, it was, and Seth, his oldest was sitting next to me. He goes, "Thank you, Nana. Thank you for telling me that."
I thought they tasted like they kind of like a cross between like a pumpkin pie and like a pumpkin pie with carrots. It was so good.
Oh, it was disgusting. It was like putting garbage in your mouth.
Oh my gosh, I love. Oh, that's funny because last time we were going to record, when Justin isolated me to the living room because once again he couldn't get it together, he had his blender sitting there with his shake in it, either his lunch or whatever, and I'm like, Justin, your whole thing of grossness is still sitting out here. It looked terrible.
Green, slimy.
What? It's so good. And I don't have it right. It's sitting in the fridge right now. But yeah, come on. It's good. Even Bailey loves my smoothies. She says my smoothies are good. Kelly can tolerate them. So they're not horrible.
Ew.
They're horrible.
What's in them?
So I do a cup of blueberries, a cup of the 3-berry mix from...
I don't know.
I do 2 scoops of protein. I don't
know. It's not sponsoring this episode, by the way.
But they can. We want to let you know that we are open to sponsorship. Cup of kale, a cup of spinach, 2 cups of carrots. I think that's it.
You want to know what that sounds like?
Amazing.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like heaven. I mean, I can't get enough of it.
It was such heaven. That's why I was still sitting in the blender for who knows how long.
Yeah. When I was in Washington, D.C. with Justin and Sethi, we're hiking, it's Washington, D.C. and there's all this great stuff to see and you're hiking and all over the place and it's like 90 degrees. And so Seth and I go into a convenience store to get a soda. Justin comes out and he's so proud of himself, this bottle of green muck. I don't know what it was. He's like, "Oh man, you got to taste this." No.
Ew, what was it?
It is, I mean, again, it's probably, I will go out of my way to get this. It's only $2. It's
I don't know.
And it's a green mint drink. And so basically it's got 7 different things in it and it's so good. It's the most refreshing drink to this day that I've been able to find. It's so good. I don't know the name of it, but it's a 7 blend thing. And Mom's right. I mean, it looks like swamp water and it comes from Turkey. I do know that.
It probably smells like swamp water too.
No, it smells like fresh mint. It's so wonderful.
Ew. And then it smells like the sewer when you take a drink of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
looks like somebody put a bunch of frogs in a blender. And that's not advocating putting frogs in a blender. No.
See, you took that a good way. I was thinking of a bad bathroom situation that's in a blender. That when you say green, I mean...
Oh, yeah. That would be a bad situation.
I will tell you, Justin's birthday was a while back and he was sick on his birthday. And so, what a bummer to be sick, especially when you're ancient like he is. So I felt terrible for him. I went to the store and I was looking for, honestly, I was looking for a black balloon to tell him how old he was, that he was very over the edge. And I reached out to Cal and I said, "Cal, what kind of cake does he like? I want to get him something." And she goes, "He is so picky." And I was like, okay. So I questioned her. She told me what he wanted. What kind of cake was it, Justin? I don't even remember. It was some weird...
It was a rum cake.
Oh, a rum cake. I Googled it. I mean, I could order it from Amazon because rum cake. Okay. So instead I found one.
Stay awesome.
It wasn't a rum cake, but it was a cake that our neighbors really, really liked. So I sent it to her and I said, "Would he like this?" And she goes, "Oh, he may really like that." So I showed up and I brought this cake and I brought a balloon to him because he is so picky with everything. He doesn't believe it, but he is like crazy picky.
And if you really want to bug him, giving him the balloon is the best because he hates getting balloons. So I send him balloons every year on his birthday.
Yes, I'm glad I know this. Mm-hmm. I'm glad I got you a balloon.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I feel like I've matured as an individual here because I actually do really find the sincerity and sweetness of a balloon. So I do now. I will tell you, a few years back, it would it was horrible.
If you had to say, I feel like I've matured a little bit as far as balloon goes, I mean, we know where the issue lies.
Oh, it's 100% me.
I'm glad you admitted to that.
When he was in college, I sent him, it was his birthday, right? He's in college and he was in a different state and I sent him balloons and he called me up and ripped me up one side and down the other for sending him balloons.
Why?
I had to walk across campus with balloons. I'm like,
a freshman. I was an idiot. I'm just going to say it now. I was an idiot. I was so tied up with image that it was just so embarrassing.
Because you were carrying balloons.
Girls look at you.
Yes.
Girls would look at you and say, "Oh my God, what you have balloons?"
Oh, yes. Well,
Yeah.
but I lived in an all guys dorm, and I just remember walking in there. They're all like, "Oh, hey, Prust, what's going on, dude? Hey," like I won't say the rest of it.
Okay, wait. Did your hair look like it does now back then?
No, I actually when I started. When I started college, Kelly calls it, I had the Gordon Gecko look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to need some more information.
So kind of slick back. Yeah.
And I shaved.
It was slick
sides.
back?
Oh, it was horrible. I had a goatee. It was not a good look. Like,
Oh my gosh.
embarrassing.
First, I need pictures.
How-
Second,
Oh.
was your hair blonde?
No, it was brownish. It was light. It's almost a little darker than mom's color is right now. So it's not like my brother's hair is like your color. Like it's that really dark brown. Mine's like a lighter, I don't know. It's like an in-between kind of look.
So what you're telling me is what you looked like in college, you didn't need balloons to, bring attention to yourself. You just use that as an excuse.
Yes.
Just saying.
No, I always found a way to figure out how to get some attention. That is very true. I've never been. I'll say that is a great gift that I have, whether it's good or
At least
bad.
you own it.
Yeah, he does. He owns it. And
So then what I'm hearing is he was okay walking across campus with those balloons because he's like, look at me.
see, that's what I thought. You like that.
But then he wanted to use it and be like, I can't believe my mother sent these to me. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
I was wrong.
Uh-huh.
And I have since worked on correcting my ways. I will tell you. So Friday night we went to,
I don't know.
which is a thing here, with a couple of friends of ours, and I'd never met the one of the kids' dads before, and the really, really nice guy. He pulls me aside, like we're 3 hours into this thing. He pulls me aside and looks at me and goes, "Be honest with me. Is that a piece? Is that a wig?" I'm like, "No, it's not." This is legit. Like, what are you? I was so mad. I'm like, what? He was like very serious. He's like, is that? And he was just so genuine. Like he was trying not to like offend, or he was trying to be really nice. So
I don't know.
you're not in trouble, dude. But
That's going to be bleeped out. But again, because he said that, you're like, I don't like that guy anymore.
no more XOXO. Yes, it was.
No.
And of course, Justin wouldn't let him touch it. You can't touch that. So
No, the only person that actually can touch it, there's two. There's Bailey and Jackson. Those are really the only two that can touch it. Even Kelly.
You don't like Kel?
Very infrequently.
Why? She is your wife.
I think she gave up trying. I think I said no. But Kel, this is a challenge for you. In fact, we may even show this on air. I'll record a video of her doing it and even maybe messing it up a little bit.
Oh my gosh, doing it. And then the next episode will be how terrible she did and that she didn't do anything right about it and can't believe you let her touch your hair. Very, very backhanded.
You nailed it.
Oh, damn you, Kim. That's why the show is so great. But
Oh, I know.
we've been going almost an hour here, so we got to wrap this thing up. Mom,
Okay.
Not that I'm trying to rush this, but any other tips or ideas or trends or anything you want to share with our audience?
About aging?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
What keeps you looking so young?
That's
What keeps you going?
The fear of what happens if I don't. Because at this age, if you quit doing something, it's really hard to take it back up again. It's like you just got to keep maintaining. That's what my trainer says. I am not going to let you slip below this level, because then we'll never get you back up again.
But that's good, right?
Right. It is. But I mean, I think the best thing you can do is laugh. Laughing just makes you younger, makes you feel younger.
I agree with that.
Oh, God, yes. I obviously, through this podcast, I think we all know. I think we laughed a lot, and I know everyone else laughed a lot. This was a lot of fun. Thank you.
No, well, it always is.
Well, yes, because Kim and I love picking on you.
Yes, that I think we need to have you on more.
We'll have you back, Mom. Don't worry. And I'm sure that the audience is going to love you.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for having me. I had such a blast with you guys. And so, yes, and I love your podcast. Great. And keep moving. Just keep moving. Don't ever give up.
We'll make sure we tag it on here too, but you're at Luzader on Instagram, right?
I think it's SD Luzader.
You're going to have to spell that. Will you spell that for our audience?
The letter S, the letter D as in dog, L, U, Z as in zebra, A, D as in dog, ER.
And
Okay.
Wine and cereal, all one word, wine and cereal. That's my blog.
I love that. I will be following you for sure.
And that concludes today's episode of the Fitness
Manifesto. I know you guys enjoyed it.
And Kim, I want to say thank you to you and to our audience for making this podcast what it is.
Yes, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys.
And stay tuned for the next episode.